What's up, guys? Welcome back to Get Sharp. I'm Corey. This is where I sharpen your knives. Today, gonna kind of shift gears a little bit, doing something a little bit different, something way outside my comfort zone. I'm gonna give my opinion about the Tormek company in front of the internet. First time I've ever, I'm taking a side on something, right? So I'm a little nervous. Oops, forgot to use my white card here. Thank you, Fred B, for inspiring me to consider lighting with the camera. Learned a lot. Anyways, yeah, if you're, part of the Tormek community, you're probably aware there's kind of two camps of thought. There's the Tormek's way expensive, they're overcharging for everything, and then there's the, well, it's highly engineered and they came up with it and it's their right to price things however they want. I've been a part of both camps, and until recently I found myself a believer. I'm no longer camping. I am kind of building my house on one of these two sides. So let me explain. Let's start at the very beginning. When I first wanted to purchase the Tormek machine, it's a shock when you're purchasing, $100 to $300 sharpening stones, and that's I'm talking about wet stones. So that's not where you start, but you get what I'm saying. You're purchasing those stones and they last a long time. Nonetheless, you want to invest in something new, something better, and you come across the Tormek system and you look at it and you're like, oh, that's not too bad. But then you realize, oh, there's multiple wheels. Oh, there's all these accessories. Oh, there's consumables. And then that price tag, that checkout price, bang, 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 just gets more and more and more expensive. And it becomes a decision to make. In fact, if you know my story, part of my negotiation, part of my agreement with my wife, in order for me to purchase this system and all the toys that come with it, or that I need, let me rephrase that, all the toys that I need in order to sharpen. You heard it here, Tanya? Completely lost my frame of thought there. Once you start adding up all those toys and accessories that come with this, boom, the price tag is holy. It's kind of, next thing you know, you're negotiating with your spouse that you need this thing. In my case, I told my wife, I've been sharpening knives and blades for a long time. I'll tell you what, I purchased this, I'll put myself out there to the community and I'll bring in some extra income doing sharpen. And I'll use, of course, the system. So that was kind of my way into getting it. Even buying this secondhand, the price of accessories and all that, it really starts to, it adds up. It's not cheap. But anyhow, right off rip, I wasn't happy. I learned about other options, made in Japan, like Win. There was a couple others. In fact, I had one of them in my cart and I was literally a day away from purchasing before I got very lucky and this bad boy showed up on Facebook Marketplace at a price listed by someone I could negotiate with. Let me put it that way. So I brought her home and immediately kind of fell into that, damn, why is this shit so expensive compared to Win? For example, the KJ45, what is this, 50, 60 bucks? The Win version, $10. The scissor sharpening jig, I don't even own the Tormek version because that thing's 40 to 60 bucks. This one, $10. The tool rest, 40, 50 bucks. The Win, $10. What else we got here? I had one more thing on my mind, but it escapes me in the moment. Anyhow, that's kind of bugged me. Then you got the wheels. You know, they're not cheap. They're, you know, start at 250 bucks. Get the Japanese stone. That's about 500 bucks after tax. Recently, I discovered that I was missing the little rubber feet that go under the Tormek. And that may have been causing some other issues I was facing. Couldn't find replacements. So I decided to contact Tormek directly. And within about 3 days, they responded, 3 or 4, they responded and said, hey, we would be happy to send you some for free. You just need your shipping address. And by the way, be patient because they're shipping from Sweden. I was like, wow, that is. Boy, I felt special. Like, I felt appreciated. I was like, wow, thank you so much. Like, here's my name, here's my mailing address. I love your sharpening system. And today, it arrived. I got my my feet here. Actually, I haven't opened it yet. Let's make sure they're in there. There you go. I asked for 2 and they sent me 4. They sent me a 4-piece for free. And this says, Ha in Bra Dag. No idea what that means. But I think it means have a nice day. Such a nice, like, I'm probably gonna keep this. Like, I don't know, it feels like a memento. Really warmed my heart. And then I started thinking, like, they're a good company. And I went online and I did some like research on them. I found they got their own little museum and they've been around for so long. Read about the guy who started it. It's like, wow. And started looking at products and saw that anti-corrosion liquid and started at, you know, should I own this stuff? Do I need it? Then I looked at the price and I was like, oh, this can get expensive, right? And the result of my findings took me out of the middle. So I started out on the like, wow, their shit's expensive and their service was great and they were so nice and sent me free feet. I don't know, probably, what do these things cost to manufacture? A couple bucks, $4 landed USD. Find myself back in the middle and now I'm looking back into their prices and on this corrosion liquid and realized, boy, they really are kind of bending people over. You know, and here's the thing with this liquid, okay? I cannot pronounce, I don't know how to pronounce the name of this stuff. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna be referring to it as anti-corrosion acid, okay? So purchase cost, this stuff's gonna run you like 50, 60 bucks after tax, okay? Here's the best part. Here's the worst part. You're gonna fill your reservoir about 15 times per bottle, okay? That means every time you fill this reservoir, you're going to be spending around $4, $3.75 to $4.60 each time you fill this tray. I don't know how long that lasts. I know for a fact though, some of you guys are pouring your liquid back into bottles to save money because you realize how much that stuff costs, okay? So I'm like, what is this stuff and why is it so expensive? And that's where I became enlightened. This anti-corrosion liquid is not that expensive, okay? This acid, I can go online right now and buy 1,000 grams of it for $230. And that'll fill this reservoir not 15 times. It'll fill it 250 times. At a cost of 50 cents per fill. So here's my point. When I'm a business banker, I've seen how these meetings go. My wife owns a business, we've been in business. I know how the thought process goes, okay? But there's a point where you have to consider your ethics when setting prices. Of course, you need to consider competition and the market and all that, right? Well, Tormek's in a unique position where I don't see any competition on this solution. Obviously, they've got competition on the jigs and all that, but it's like night and day, right? Like, really, I'm not gonna say this is perfect by any means. There's flaws with this thing, but it's the best jig on the market you can get for this thing, okay? It's better than the wind version. So there's two extremes. There's a good product, and then there's a Chinese product. And I'd say for $10, it's better than most Chinese products you get for $10. This thing's not terrible. It actually works pretty well and it does the job. But my point is, these guys are sitting at the round table and they got to set pricing, or maybe hopefully they have some guy they trusted with pricing, and you know, the owners, the people with interest have no say or care to figure out how they're pricing things. They made the decision to price this acid conservatively at 700% higher. At 700%. 700%. Let that sink in for a minute, okay? It was 700% so high, I had to do some research to figure out what an ethical markup is. Subjective, right? Like, what's that number? And what I found, the generally accepted range for an ethical markup is between 50 to 300%, depending on the industry or service or product. 400 to 500% is tolerable in specific niches. Whereas Tormek's anti-corrosion solution is 600 to 900%. It exceeds the norm. So they made a conscious effort to price their anti-corrosion solution where they did. And what really irks me about it is that the solution is a consumable. In fact, if you go to the Tormek website, you go to a website and everything, you know, you got your pages, they call it consumable. So they are aware that it is consumable, meaning our customers are gonna buy it again and again and again. And different companies have different strategies on how they price consumables. In the razor blade industry, they will price the actual handle cheap, and then they'll mark up the blades. This kind of this is similar to how Tormek's doing it. Not at the percentages increases that Tormek's doing it, but then you've got like the trash bag market. They're expecting, they know, like, you gotta keep buying, you gotta keep buying, you gotta keep buying. So they mark up 100%, 200%. And then you've got let's use another example, like a bar, right? They're not pulling in as much volume of cash as trash bag company or razor blade company. So they might mark up their alcohol 500% in the bar because they've only got so many people coming through, and that's what they have to do to survive and keep the lights on. And maybe, in Tormek's defense, maybe that's their case, right? Like, it's gotta be that way in order for them to keep the lights on. So I've only got half of the story, and that's what I know based off of the pricing and a little bit of market research on, for example, this acid, how much it comes out to be. The other thing too, that acid, like that bottle you buy, it's 90% water and 10% of the special kind of acid for anti-corrosion. So I would love for Tormek to, I know they're not going to respond to this video. If I were them, I would ignore it. I don't have enough of a presence for it to do anything at all. But I would love to hear all your all's opinion about this. I think that acid pricing is the proof that they're not in this to make friends with their customers. They're in it to take every penny they can get. And that's what it is. And until I hear otherwise or hear the other side of the story, that's my opinion. And I appreciate y'all. One thing I wanted to say too is, I was apprehensive in making this video in the first place because, I know the community. I've been, lurking in it for a long time. And I know there's some very strong opinions out there. But remember, we're all out here together. Everyone's out here trying to survive. And I went way outside of my comfort zone even making these videos in the first place. My goal, I want this business to, in the next 20 years, I want to have a strong book of business, and I want to have a good reputation so that when I do retire, I don't have to worry about, I have something to do and I have a steady stream of knives to sharpen. And it goes without saying, making YouTube content, it's not a bad idea. I've got the time to do it, and I love learning new things, and never filmed anything on video other than for fun, right? This is a whole new world for me. So I'm way outside my comfort zone, but this is how I grow. So I just ask that everybody be respectful, because I know when people have opinions, people are gonna have opposing opinions. I will respect you if you can respect me. Let's just keep it respectful. So I really appreciate you if you came across this video. My goal is 500 subscribers by the end of the summer. We're kind of halfway through summer at this point. I think we're gonna do it. And I really want to get 50 subscribers by the end of this week, because that's going to give me the check mark on YouTube to go live. And once I'm live, oh man, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And for those of you that are already part of already subscribers, I really appreciate you all. I really do. Thank you. Don't forget to stab the like button for me, and I'm going to see you on the next one tomorrow. Thank you guys.